I have a question. What if the guidance you've been looking for is already in you? And what if it's being uncovered right now? So many of us who feel everything and feel deeply have been feeling a fire, an intense pressure that's cracking us open. Some of it's personal, something in your own life that's done and you just can't keep doing it. And some of it is what we're seeing out in the world, the cruelty, the corruption, the things that we know are wrong. And it's so loud and like it's nothing. And depending upon where you are in your awakening, that fire is getting more intense and it's not going to go away. If you're new here, I'm Wanda Vitale, and this is the Reality Architects. About 15 years ago, I went through my own version of being blown open, and ultimately it led to liberation. But I know what it feels like. I really see this like a boiled egg that gets dropped on a tile floor and the shell shatters into 1,000 pieces. None of this that's happening in anyone is tidy, and it's not supposed to be tidy. It might be anger one minute, grief the next, fear, your old patterns, and then a pull that you just can't name and may not make sense. All of it at once. And if it's not all at once, there's certainly no clear order. Could be confusion. That's so common now. I see this as a coach in people. And of course we feel confused because we're feeling so much at once. And our minds like nice little tidy packages. But it's not how it works. You may feel like you're all over the place and like you can't get a handle on even what you're feeling, and that's okay. We're not here to make sense of it. We don't have to organize it or label it. We need to let ourselves be cracked wide open with this pressure. It's messy. It's meant to be messy. Because what's not true for you personally, is finally burning off. There's a fire here where I live, about 10 miles from the house, and it's out in a wilderness area and it's uncontained. And it occurred to me that it's really the perfect analogy for what humanity is facing right now. The fire can't be contained, but the fire is burning off old logs, old brush, trees that are partially rotted. Fire is devastating, but ultimately it clears the way. It provides a space, a new space for new things to land. But many of us are afraid of the fire. We're afraid to feel the intensity of what we feel, whether it's anger, whether it's confusion, and justly so. For some of you, this kind of intensity and heat or pressure once meant danger. Anger in the house when you grew up meant somebody got hurt. You were going to get punished. So you learned to keep it down, to stay soft, and to be agreeable. And that was intelligent. And then we came along and we called it being spiritual. It kept us safe. It kept us from meeting and feeling or being consumed by that anger full on. But now this intensity or pressure, if it feels like fire for you, and if it's that intense, it's not here to burn you. It's the opposite. It's just like the forest fire. It's here to show you what's true for you so that you have clarity and so that you can stand in that. But what do? I just heard this from a client. we say things like, well, I should be past this. This feeling comes up and immediately we indict ourselves. I've done this work. I should be more evolved. What's wrong with me? That I'm this angry. This is so petty. And that self-judgment is exactly what shuts everything down before it can move. Whatever you're feeling right now is up in your life because it's here to move. What else do? We bypass. We meditate our way out of it. We just stuff it down. We try to transcend our way out of that. But that's just avoidance. So it's going to come up again. So many people have an identity on being evolved. But I will tell you that if you're feeling this anger, it's not about being evolved or not. It is about being human. We are here to be gloriously, messily, if that's a word, human, and to feel it all. And that's what's coming up right now. But most of us bypass or judge it or try to perform past it when this intensity isn't proof of anything. It's here to show you that you can feel everything, that you can feel it all. And it's here to show you what's true and what's false, not for the world, but for you specifically. It's here to show you what stays and what goes. We all have inherited beliefs that we don't even question. We grew up with them and said, this is just how it is. Not everybody has the luxury of good therapy, or not everybody does the inner work. A lot of people stop at the inner work when it starts to get uncomfortable. But most of the things that we believe aren't beliefs that we chose. It's the things like, this is how men are, this is how women are, this is how life is. Well, this is just how it's done. So this intensity now with the boiled egg that is your life being dropped to the floor lets you look at all this stuff. Who said it's true? Who said you're wrong for wanting what you want? And this is when we get to look at it all. It's letting us know where we decided that someone else in our lives know better than we do. You know, what we've been calling kind or reasonable is just a way to avoid facing those parts of ourselves where they never fit. They were never meant to fit. I talked to a client recently who is partnering with someone else in a writing project. And she's very clear on her work and her abilities. And her partner is quite famous and has decided to make her script better. They're writing a script for Hollywood. And this is someone who, unless you live in a cave, you'd probably recognize his name. And there's a part of my client who thinks, I should just be grateful for this. And there's another part of her that says, no, you rewrote a scene that is important. And here's why it's important. Well, this bothered her at first because this is what we do. Well, I should be grateful. I should just be grateful that this is happening and I'm just going to shut up and not say anything. She's not. She's pushing back. She trusts herself. And this is what so many people right now are being asked to to do, to look at. Where are you saying yes when you mean no? Where are you love and lighting your anger away? Where are you saying, oh, I shouldn't feel this? Where are you ashamed if you're angry? And if you're not, if this is an anger that you feel and you're feeling confusion, because so many people are right now, where are you judging yourselves? Where are you saying, no, I need to figure this out. It needs to be a nice little tidy box so that I know how to move through it. It doesn't work this way, kids. We're here to feel it all and for it to be messy. And right now, for just about everybody on the planet, it feels intense. I was in anger for 3 days. I teach this stuff. I'm a coach. So what did I do? I realized that while the anger was triggered by the world and by what's happening in the world, because I have such a great love for humanity, it's really unexpressed, unresolved anger that is ancient. Some of you call this the distorted masculine. I guess I do too, but there has been a lot of abuse of power over centuries, and we're seeing the culmination of it now. So I just made friends with anger. I let it consume me, the raw feeling of it, no story, and I let it move. And this is what we do with anything. We have to first feel the confusion, the whatever you're feeling. Some of you just call it intensity. For me, it was fire, anger. Like, how can this be happening? But when this happens, when we feel this much, it's showing us, where have I handed my power over to the world? Where have I handed my power over to anything? Why am I giving something or someone the power to make me feel bad? We each are the creators of our lives, and it starts with feeling. It starts with imagination, frequency. So right now, if you're feeling a lot of intense emotions, you don't even have to know what it's about, but you have to let it move through you. We don't stew in it, which is what so many people do. I used to be an overthinker where I would just go into my head with a story and loop and just stew in whatever it was, whether it was fear or anger, the hamster wheel. When we do that, we let the anger or the intensity run us. We've given it our power. It's in control. We're reacting straight from the heat, and we're being controlled by it. So what do? Whatever it is, you don't even need to know. You just need to feel it. And then we come back to center. Coherence is the basis of my work. Coherence, alignment, coming back to peace, to center in your heart. It's the crux of my work, but not as the end point. It's the doorway. So we come back to center, and then we act from there. It's where we aim from. We don't stop there. And there, when we're centered, what's left standing is your non-negotiables. It's the boundary that goes in. It's your principles clarified. How unflappable are you when it comes to your principles? It's what you protect, no matter who or what is in front of you. We don't manufacture them. What didn't burn is them. And our principles are non-negotiables, no matter what that is. we act from there. So the question is never, how do I calm down and stay calm? The question really is, now that I'm clear, what do I do? What do I want? I have another example with another client who is in the crosshairs in her relationship. And it's so easy for us to say, oh, well, it's really okay, when it's really not okay. She's feeling the pressure, like so many of us, but she's turning it inward. I shouldn't want this. I should just be grateful. He's really an amazing person. But she's not getting what's really important to her. What does she need to say? What boundary does she need to put in place? And boundaries aren't just with other people. It's boundaries with ourselves. For so many of us, it's, where do I need to stop beating myself up? Where do I need to stop thinking that I can get blood from a rock? That's a boundary. I'm not going to continue to hurt myself more. This intensity, however you're feeling it, fire or confusion or everything, it's here to wash away these ancient forms of conditioning that we just haven't looked at. We don't really know what's important to us. But this is what it's for. What am I no longer willing to tolerate? And that means, what am I no longer a match to? What am I not going to engage with? I've certainly experienced that in my own life. And then the next thing is, what do I do with all this? What do I stand for? We are each creators. Reality is a mirror. Reality shows us who we believe we are, shows us what we believe about ourselves, and also it shows us what we pay attention to, because that paying attention is us breathing life into something. And that's why this time on the planet is just so important for everyone. We're all feeling it. I'm certainly clearer after this 3 days of anger that would not go away. And I realized how I'm going to use it. But I'm asking you, if it's anger or confusion, what has this fire, no matter where it is in your life, what's the fire burning away? What's it clearing? What is it making unmistakable in you? And don't smother it. Don't stew in it, and don't let it drive. Let it move. It will. Come back to center and drop into your heart. What is non-negotiable now for you? And what's your part moving forward? Some people are builders. You know who you are. You're literally here building the structure of the new world. Some of you are stabilizers, to stabilize the builders. Both parts are so necessary right now. Just don't let yourself get derailed with everything happening in the world, because it impacts each of us. As we can come back to center, use everything to become more clear, to drop into our heart, to do what we're here to do. Love more, be more compassionate, or build the new structures that are replacing these old ones that are collapsing. Everything moves faster. If this is the work that you're here for, subscribe. This is the channel for those who feel everything and who are here to make a difference by being themselves. And one more thing. I am recording this late on Sunday. I have a live intimate group that begins on Tuesday night, June 30th. And if you hear this and want to join, shoot me an email and just say you heard about this on YouTube. If you're on my wait list, you got the email and you have all the details. It's called the threshold. In that threshold moment, we either give our power away to some old story or we use it to create something new. This group provides tools that you will be using over these next few years as everything changes in the world and we're all impacted.